Rusty and all this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to JSME Spotlight here on JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr. You know that already. And with me, of course, my partner, all things old General Hospital or new General Hospital does not matter. He is here, Frank Moran.
Whether you like it or not. And you probably don't like it, but I'm here.
We don't care if you like it or not. He's here. That's what you get. But we're here to talk about General Hospital. Yes. I'm not covering the whole 10 months or whatever we're off. We're going to cover some weeks.
No, we're not. We're not.
No, we're not. We're going to be no 5-hour show. We're not doing all that. No.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Boo.
No, we ain't doing all that. Well, we're going to cover some weeks that we missed of the show. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm just setting up the thumbnail. The thumbnail is Greg Reeds this week. He's running out of time, Frank. He's running out of time.
It is such a bummer that they're going with this, though.
I know, and everybody believes that. Everybody's just like, well, okay, we'll get to it. But first, we have some things we got to talk about first before we start. Number one, congratulations to the Emmy nominees. Check out my Emmy special with Walker Ragsdale, Candace Mack, and Jerry Wang. We do every year. Our nomination special is out now. We were shady. We were info. We were everything in between. Check us out on that one. But because Frank is here, you guys want to know what he has to say. Let me read out the only a few nominees from GH. They did get nominated for drama, writing, and directing. And the little girl who plays Violet got nominated for Best Song. Okay. But the actors who got nominated, Robert Gossett, Finola Hughes, Cynthia Watros, and Ailey Mills. So, Frank, any thoughts about any of this shenanigans? And
it's tough, just the Nina material has just not been up my alley. So, tough to see that recognized and go, huh? So yeah, that one's the biggest question mark for me. I was like, really? Okay. That seems odd.
Lucas Mason, are you chatting in? Theme for the day, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Hi, Bridget. Hi, Janet. Yes, Robert Gossett, of course, is a fine actor. Don't know why he's nominated in the supporting actor category, but he is. Hi, Sandra. Ailey Mills is put as guest actress. Her and Robert won it last year, so they already have them. Finola, of course, it's the shooting of Charlotte.
Yeah,
was some good work. Some good work there. Was some good work there. And I'm not sure about Cynthia. I'm not sure what her real was. Not sure.
I mean, I guess was it the Sunny, like the Nina wedding, or
I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know.
All the blackmail going in between her and Michael. I don't know what her was. It was just it's tough because it's like, while I didn't enjoy the story, does that disqualify how well she may have portrayed that information in the story? So for me, while I was like, nope, I don't need to see any of that. I guess, the Academy recognized that regardless of how great or not great that writing was, she performed it well.
Yeah. So Luther brings up the point that it's from the calendar year. It's all of last year. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to figure out what she was nominated for, because I don't know what her reel was. If someone knows what her reel was, I didn't vote in those categories. As you know, I'm a Emmy judge. I didn't judge those categories. So if you guys know what she turned in, I don't know what she turned in for it. But I know Ailey Mills, her stuff was because of Esme's death. All stuff from last year. All that craziness from last year. I'm sorry, not Esme's death, but the stuff from last year. The Hook storyline, I think, and all that kind. I think it's all that stuff. So yeah, this is all last year. It's all calendar year of 2023. That's why there are no actors nominated, I think, because there really wasn't anything for them that was Emmy worthy. I don't think.
It was amazing that there were no lead actors for that.
Nope.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Nope. There were no lead actors.
Yeah.
First time ever. Like I said, the first time.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting that, I mean, if the writing gets nominated, you would think that Well, okay, then the performances, something would have got nominated, but the fact
Well,
that,
part of it is in the acting categories and stuff. We have some people who snuck in from shows like The Bay and Neighbors. Did you hear about that stuff that's going on with that stuff?
oh, the neighbors. Hmm.
Guy Pearce, who's like a total film star, is on Neighbors right now. Apparently, got nominated for a supporting act, and then same with The Bay. Two guys in The Bay, Mike Manning and A. Martinez. So
A Martinez, nice. All right.
we love A. Martinez.
Give it up for Guy Pearce doing Neighbors, though.
Yeah, I know. That crazy.
I mean, I guess that's much like sort of like James Franco doing some GH for a while.
Yeah,
Let's, yeah, all right, I'm for it.
yeah. Why not? The show's huge. So in Australia, I'm in touch with the folks there right now. Actually, in
Hmm.
Australia, I have to be up at 2 in the morning, probably do interviews, but we'll work it out
Well, I mean, probably the smarter plays, they just fly you out.
this morning. I
You
can wait to
know?
say that. Yeah, just fly, oh, yeah, just fly. I
Yeah,
would love to go to Australia. I want a koala. I'm bringing a koala back.
yeah.
You can just cheese right outside my door. I'll bring him here.
I mean, JLJ Media goes down under. Oh, come on.
It sounds also dirty, but yes, totally do it. I'll totally do it. But yeah, so no, but that's what I'm saying. That some of the categories I mean, some people got in, and Bold and Beautiful actually for lead actor took that whole storyline which I watched took over. There's three of them in that category that got nominated for lead.
Man, a bounty of riches for Bold and Beautiful.
Yeah, they got three lead actors in there.
Given how people have complained about the writing regime,
Hmm.
that it was nominated for outstanding writing. Like,
Hmm.
what? Okay.
Yes, they probably. Well, see, as we all know, if you watch, like, say, you watch our Emmy show, we do explain that a lot of times things are political. Things are voted in certain ways. It's not always the best. Not always. But letting in other media other shows. This is we get the other time was the other year was Beyond Salem. This year it was Neighbors in the Bay. So it's and then we got the Gates starting in January. So it's a whole new genre of stuff happening. I think the big four are gonna start seeing some chipping away, I think.
I mean, I'm hoping that this new soap, can make some inroads. It would be great. Just anything that would kind of shake the other soaps, other shows up,
I
and get audiences back.
I agree. Lucia said Cynthia must have submitted learning she was Willow's mother. That's true. Come in Willow's the learning she's Willow's mother, or Willow was sick. I guess. I mean, she's a great actress. Obviously, we like her, but I know I'm with you. I know.
Oof.
Who else could take her spot? Like Melly Thomas Scott from YNR. That's how I digress. But anyway, congratulations on the nominees for that show, and also we want to give a special congratulations to my co-host Frank Moran. Apparently, many of you guys are watching the show that he worked on, X Men
Oh,
'97.
well.
Congratulations, Frank.
Oh, well, thank you, James. It was all me. Nobody else. Nobody else.
I'm just saying, it's just being so it's huge. It's being. I mean, you must be like beside yourself because you did the show like several years ago. I mean, a lot of things going on, but like when it comes out, you have no idea what it's going to do. But like the critical acclaim has been very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, everybody on the show has been really giving it their best, and I mean, we've been doing it since 2021, so at some point you're like, boy, we're really enjoying this, but uh, are we just, really just into ourselves, or is this actually going to resonate with people? And it's been really great that fans and critics alike have really resonated with the show, which has been so nice. So.
Men are weeping from episode 5. We're weeping across the country. Are weeping. I mean, I have friends who are like, James, you have no idea. I don't have an idea. And in chat already, I love X Men '97. Congratulations, Frank. I mean, I haven't watched it now, and I got to watch it because everybody's talking about it right now. How it's a soap opera of sorts, also.
It's got a lot of soapy elements, filled with a lot of cool action. So, it's a nice kind of bridge from if you love soaps, there is a hook into that show for you.
Well, congratulations, Frank. I think it's great. Seriously, I think it's great. I think to have something. They said Jason Jose says great writing. Soap should take notes.
Yeah, I mean, we there's a lot that gets done in each half-hour episode. We run through it. Uh,
But, so Frank and I talk about that. We do these other shows, the Star Wars stuff. We always talk about that. You can make use of a half an hour or 20 minutes or 40 minutes, or you could. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of story to tell, and you don't have to be precious. So if you want to just put the pedal to the metal, as long as you feel like you're not rushing it, but if you can still tell something at a good accelerated pace that can cover a lot of ground and still resonate with the audience.
Yes. I love the Bay. Check out my interview with Gregory J. Martin, my buddy who created the Bay. It's out now on Daytime Emmy Specials. Check it out. Ethel says I should go get myself an Australian hunk. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yes.
And a koala. And I'm not trying Vegemite, not doing it. Um, and I watched Flobo do it. He was like, he didn't look good. And Jason says with X-Men 97, it's so loyal to the source material.
That is our North Star. Anytime we're making this, what
So
is
it
it?
reminds me of, Frank? It reminds me of Cobra Kai. How the audience, my brother's like, it's so good to like the movie, like it's so good. Like it really like because there's fans who are writing it, who wrote it, created it. They say it, he said the same thing, it's so good, like it's critically acclaimed, like it's really good. So
Yeah, made by fans for fans, James.
there you go. I like that. I like that.
And everybody, yes. So I mean, we're neck deep in season 2 and
Okay.
season 3. Fingers crossed, we can hear some good news about that soon.
Everybody's congratulating you, Frank, in the chat. So
Oh,
I just want to mention
thanks,
that because it
everybody.
made. Yeah, I know. I'm very happy for you because I knew you were working on this thing for so long, and just it's nice when something you put out or a part of becomes, especially critically a hit. I mean, commercials fine, but when people are talking nice about it, it's good.
Well, I mean, I get to see that on a regular basis here on JLJ Media.
Thank you very much. I love it. Folks, so we're back. And the writing regime has been now, I think, a month, you guys. I think it's been a month now they've been writing. Frank online. I just peruse. I don't really join in. But online, if you go by online, it's divided. Half the folks hate the new writing, half the folks love it. Some of us are just waiting to see kind of what happens. I give it a few months, see how come what happens. Um, I'm going to start with the big thing that's kind of overreaching everything. And that is the character of Sonny, Frank. My answer to everybody's thing right now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to have Frank. I want Frank to talk. My thing is Sonny's bad. Remember, I think we all forgot. Sonny's a bad person. He's supposed to be the mobster with a heart of gold, so to speak. So yes, he does nice things here and there, but he has his own code. He's a mobster. He's a mobster. He's a mobster. I feel like fans have completely forgotten that, and I feel like it's not their fault. It's the writing. And you and I have talked about this. I mean, you could go back on a lot of our shows when they defang people and make them soft. Same with Ava. We're seeing the original Ava come back. It's like these were characters who were gray areas, but they did bad things. That's what they did. So right now, I know, Frank, and what's your thoughts? Everybody's getting mad that Laura's going off on Sunny and Anna's going off on Sunny and John. So what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this kind of everybody's against Sunny these days?
It's tough with Sonny because yes, he is a mobster, but we rarely see what he's mobsting about. To make up my own word there.
Yeah, I love it. No, I love it. It's a
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, there's so much about him being a coffee importer. Great. We see more of the
Yes.
coffee business than we see really anything else. So I think it's tough for everybody to kind of like, oh, well, what do you mean he's a bad guy? We're not really seeing some of the less savory stuff. And there will be threats and stuff like that every so often, but you never really see anything come to fruition with those. for the most part. So I feel like it's the audience. It's not surprising that the audience could just kind of dismiss the unsavory side of Sonny because the show's not really showing that to be like, oh well, he's got focusing more on the heart of gold, as you said, James, than the mobster part of it. So yeah, this I mean, now that you really just like everybody's just kind of just dialing in on Sonny and they're just having all the several characters, whether it be Anna, whether it be Laura. Uh, you know, Laura's an interesting one because of her relationship with Luke and how she met Sonny through there. And, uh, you know, I mean, I guess with everything in life, it's, you kind of turn blind eye towards things until it kind of really hits home to you. In which I guess, the beating of Cyrus, even though she's not a huge fan of him, is her brother. And so when it really just kind of brought it front and center of Sonny's lifestyle, uh, yeah, I can see why Laura's like, what have I been doing? This is not the best. So yeah, I mean they're really going hard on it. And I am curious to see where they're going with this.
Me too. That's why I'm saying I'm okay. I mean, the fan. I mean, I'm already seeing reaction in the chat about me mentioning this because they're mentioning Cyrus, right? And Laura's never denied Cyrus is a bad person. She said that. I'm not sure. She goes, I mean, and the complicated relationship she has with Sonny goes, we're family through Spencer, effectively through Rocco. So they are related, so to speak, right? And again, we're talking the old days. She inherited Sonny through Luke. It wasn't like her Luke and Sonny became friends on their own. It's that Luke did. She explained they did business together and the whole thing. That's how they got started. But they're bringing up Cyrus in chat. They're bringing up Cyrus also. So I feel like because people are attacking Laura now too, saying, "Oh, what's going on here?" She's like, I feel like Laura is addressing that these are all bad people. They're all bad, and I don't think she doesn't not love Sonny still, but she's also when it comes to Cyrus, she said it when she was talking to Jordan. I mean, he bugs her. She didn't say a bunch of shit out, but she was like, he bugs me when he gets into that whole talk and speak that he's like, maybe he's trying. She's not sure. She wants to believe him. She's not sure. And he did. He was part of the bombing that her daughter is in there. He's done bad things also. But it's almost like two wrongs don't make a right, correct? I guess that's what her point is. And
Yeah.
Anna's point too on some level. Because they're attacking Anna too, like, what are you doing? You guys are friends. Because she said because of Robin, she inherited Sonny and she has her own guilt. So I feel like Laura and Anna are addressing this, but folks, like you said, are really like they're I never thought I'd see this happen. They're defending Sonny.
I mean, I mean, Laura, it does want people to be held accountable for their actions, whether it's Esme when she did the breaking and entering into Widmere. And she's
Nicholas,
no,
Nicholas.
yep. So she's big on that. So, if easier to turn a blind eye when you don't really know for sure that Sonny just done something. But now when you know that yes, he beat Cyrus, everybody knows it. It's not there's no, even though he's not pressing charges, everybody knows. So I feel like Laura is like, that is definitely an action that you should face consequences for that.
I don't.
So I,
I'm saying I just think that people. I think to my however comma. I don't know however comma. You know he's a monster. However comma. Laura and Anna. Well, they said that, Ethel. They said that. I don't. People are forgetting that too. Laura and Anna both are admitting they have turned a blind eye. They admitted that. I don't know what else they need to say. They've admitted that. They're admitting that they feel like they've been a little too soft on him. That's why I don't understand all the ire. I'm like, I get where they're coming from. They're like, he says Laura comes across as gullible. I don't see that. I don't know what show you guys are watching. I don't see it. I don't see it the way some of you guys are seeing it. I don't. And that's the beauty of watching a soap opera. We can all watch and see it 10 different ways. I don't see it the way you guys are seeing it. I understand what you guys are explaining to me. Doesn't I feel like they did talk. She's talking about that. Laura doesn't claim she's perfect either. Because when Sonny said, "You tell anybody," he goes, "I try to," and she has. Her and Lucky had talked about the rape. She's talked about her and Cyrus did talk about when she did kill him. Somebody she killed somebody. Like they both are not. she's not innocent either. She's
Mhm.
never been innocent either. She's talked about that. So I'm like, I don't see it the way some of you guys are seeing it. I just don't see it. I'm like, they are addressing it. I just think it's jarring because the writers said, okay, it's right away, let's do this. Because which I love. I love that it killed some storylines. They killed. I love it. They're just saying all of the. I feel it feels all of a sudden because it is all of a sudden that they literally are just like, here you go. People are kind of like, oh my goodness. It's like it's kind of jarring. Everybody's coming after Sunny.
Because I mean, yeah, I mean, this was certainly something that was set up by the previous writers, the beating of Cyrus, and I feel like once Nina and Cyrus made that deal and he dropped the charges, I think that they thought like, oh, this is just a little bit of drama, but we kind of wiped it away. But this new team comes in and it's like, no, 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 this this should not have just been so easily dismissed. There's something to be mined here in terms of a story point. And they've kind of brought it back from where it was and so like no, this is more important, this is going to affect a lot more people and people shouldn't just so easily uh you know dismiss this. So now we're seeing several people at least wanting to hold Sonny accountable, at least on this. And there really is no there's no wiggle room, really, so to speak, on this. I mean, well, the one that they've kind of built in is Valentine messing with his medication. And
Yes.
so
Oh, yes.
if
Yes.
that becomes his get out of jail free card, because it turns out that even back during the previous beating, his medication had been altered even that early. Uh, you could use that as the hook to get him out of all this.
My thing, and like I said, they're attacking Laura also. I see it. I'm seeing it in the chat right now. And my thing is, again, I feel like they're explaining Laura's reasons for stuff because the Heather Weber thing, of course, and the poison tip. They're bringing up Esme, of course, and I feel like she has explained herself. And like with Esme, it was she didn't remember her past, and she was hoping. And Laura said, "I'm because she's the mother of her grandchild. She's hoping she could redeem herself. She didn't excuse her of all things she did. She was like she did what she did, but now she doesn't remember, and she's trying to be a good mother to this child. Maybe this will change things. She's trying to help her like change her life." Because everybody starts from somewhere and they go somewhere else. I mean, not everybody. Some people on the show were bad and they're good later. So I feel like Laura is. I feel like she's playing a gray area, and that's what she does with all these people in her life. She remembers when Heather was just a little crazy and she wasn't. They go way back in the '70s. They were kind of like families. They're crazy, but she talks about how hard it is to. She did all these bad things. Like everybody's done bad stuff, so it's like she's not excusing anybody's stuff, but folks are like she's excusing it, and she's this. Like I don't. I guess I don't see it that way. I don't know. I don't see it that way. I just see that Laura is got these things happening around her, and she's trying to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, I no, I'm with you on the Laura stuff too, because it makes sense. I mean, and it's not as you say, it's probably jarring more because of the change in writers, and there wasn't a more kind of gradual leading up to it. But then again, I mean, it was a kind of just a beating of Cyrus that kind of prompted all this.
Yeah,
I mean, we thought it had kind of been settled, even though we really had not really seen Sonny and Laura talk so much after all that had been settled. Even though we knew that Laura was disappointed in him and mad. Uh, but I guess maybe people thought like, oh well, once Cyrus didn't press charges and the matter was dropped, and everything's fine. Uh, but no, it wasn't, and Laura's not fine with it.
and Laura's the mayor. She's really thinking about being the. She's finally, to me, she's finally acting like the mayor.
Yeah,
I thought that was always a problem too. We never saw Laura be a mayor. She was so busy off doing something else, taking care of Spencer, doing this over here. Now Laura's being a mayor. I think that's also a jarring thing too. It's like, fine, let's see her be a mayor. Let's see her actually. We refuse this. If you're like, good, that's what you should be. She should be refusing certain things and acting more like a mayor these days. And I think it's starting. And I think, and Daisy Flower just said it. They're setting up the divide that should happen. The mayor should not be friends with the mobster. It's kind of that whole. It's like there has to be a separation of the police commissioner, the mayor. It's kind of like there we go. And And I understand the lack of accountability. That is the last writing regime that had horrible pacing. We said it a million times. A lot of them had horrible pacing. So a lot of things stretched out for a long, long, long time. So maybe accountability will happen. Again, this is new. This is all new. It could happen. As I said, like Frank just said it perfectly. I'm excited to see, interested to see how they play this out. So it could still. I mean, Cyrus is not a good person. Neither is Heather Weber. Let's see what happens. Well, Esme's gone, so it don't matter. But let's see what happens. Let's see how this does play out. I'm very curious. I'm not. I just think that Laura is just questioning things, and it is right now. It's about setting up Sonny back to where he was. I think Maurice Bernard says online how he's loving this part of the storyline because it's just like it's now getting back to the core of what Sonny used to do. Even though again, Valentine's playing with his meds, so there's that too. So we know that something's going to play out. It's going to play out somewhere too, somewhere in there.
And I feel like at least if anything, these last few years of soaps has or GH is first in particular has shown me that because you're being sent to prison is not a like a death knell for your
No,
character.
yeah,
They can still keep you plenty busy in prison, and you can have a communal library with men and women.
yes, you can. That's right, men and women. This is out of me Beal, folks. But also at the same thing, we have Christina and Jocelyn and that whole thing. And I actually appreciate that they're taking sides. They grew up together, and it's kind of like because Sunny has done some horrible things to Jax over the years. I mean, she kind of let go. Christina's always been fiercely protective of her father, but she knows what her father does. I hope they don't play her dumb because Christina does know what her father does. So I'm curious to see what the new writers do with that. I'm kind of watching, but so far, Christina's always been in her father's corner, and that's fine. Again, we're setting up sides.
Yeah, it is. It seems a little odd to me about in terms of Christina being so reluctant or so blind to Sonny. Like he would not have, ordered the beating of an old man, a defenseless old man. He wouldn't do that. Like, come on, Christina, come on.
You know it's possible.
Yeah, you can't be that. You can't be
Yeah.
that oblivious. So I feel like a little bit. If it was stretching a little bit to me, with her being like, "Oh, wait, that couldn't be true, could
I was
it?"
hoping they don't do that too far because she actually knows what her father has done.
Yeah.
She knows what's going on. She knows what's going on. But they're setting up sides. But the major part is setting up sides. And that to me, I'm fine with that actually. That's fine. Let's set up the sides. These folks over here, because now Michael is part of the everybody, they're all traitors. He's on that side. I'll hold on to Christina, hold on to Ava, and Ava, I will say the Ava is all part of Sunny Story. It's all part of it, kind of. The Ava and Nina breakup, basically.
Uh, I the most curious thing about this whole thing to me is what Ava's deal is in this storyline. Because well, she's not in on the medication. She
Nope.
knows about it, but she wasn't involved in the actual doing of that.
Nope.
Uh, but her like sabotaging Nina the whole time. Yeah, I mean, those were deliberate choices.
They were.
So it's weird, and it's not like she's trying to. I don't. I mean, I buy her at face value when she says that she wants to have a better relationship with Sonny.
Yes.
It's much easier for Avery, raising Avery for sure. I mean, and we've seen Ava been on the short end of the stick when it comes to Avery for so long when Sonny and Carly were together. Like, hey, I want to see her. Nope, she's already in bed. Sorry, you can't see her. Come back another time. So I could understand her saying, "Hey, Sonny is thinking favorably of me. Great, this can only help." I don't think she wants it to be romantic, though.
I don't think so either. But I think she likes being Ava. I mean, Nina was right. She likes being in the inner circle. in this kind of because she's been lost. I mean, literally, Nicholas did a number on her. Who knows what happened to Austin? Got and Hope. Ain't nowhere. Um, she's had a crappy time. I'm thinking, yes, she's liking the fact that she's now liked, belonged. But she knows something's wrong too with Sunny. She knows something's wrong, but she likes that inner circle. So I agree. She wasn't out to get Ava. We out to get Nina. That wasn't that at all. Not at all. But she certainly didn't help Nina
No.
either.
When she just basically did the death knell when she said like, go ahead and you should sell it to Jason because Sonny would really like that.
I know. It's like ah! When she also turned on her and said, well, I know him better than anybody else. I know that world like better than you ever could, or whatever. She's like, and I love that Nina's face was like, this bitch is really turned on me. This is like her realization. It was very cool the way he did it. It was like there was no huge histrionics. There was no huge, and it was very much just like slowly realizing everything, slowly realizing it.
I am down for that scene and I enjoyed it, but I don't understand Ava's side of it.
I
Like,
don't get either. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
which it's. I'm hoping. I mean, clearly the writers must have some reason that they're doing it.
Yeah,
At some point,
yeah,
I want to know like what is Ava's deal.
yeah.
Uh, it. I need her to have a conversation with somebody where she's just giving me an insight into her mindset during this whole thing. Why she just did a 180 on Nina. Because I mean, everything from the previous writing regime, we had no reason not to take their friendship at a genuine level,
Right.
given all their history that they had found some way to be back together. But since this new team came on, it is like, nope, I'm going to be constantly kind of undercutting.
I love it.
Yeah, but I don't understand like what the flip was that A would be like, yeah, F Nina. I'm gonna just looking out for me
Yeah.
now.
Sandra agrees with you. Ava's a puzzlement. No, I mean, I'm excited. This is good. This is good stuff. We don't know. I mean, hopefully they will tell us. But you're right. This regime is like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing this. And Maurice and Ava do have chemistry. I agree with you, Luther. They have chemistry. They have a certain chemistry. It's really interesting, those two. But again, he's impaired. And now she's figuring that out. He's impaired because she had the pills analyzed. So she knows he's being impaired. She don't know why. She don't understand. Like she don't know what's going on. But it's like, but I see. There's this regime is like it probably looked at the whole canvas and went, they shouldn't be friends. This shouldn't be happening over here. It feel like they're undoing a lot of stuff. I kind of like it
Yeah.
because I want to see where it goes. And this leads into the same time they were talking. We had Sonny and Carly been saying goodbye to each other. If you don't understand, Sonny and Carly are done. These bitches are done. They are done. I mean, and Carly is looking at Sonny like, what the F? Like, she knows something's up with them too, and she can't tell what's going on. And they've had the same fight over and over. She's like, I like she played so exhausted, like, I'm just done. Like, this is ridiculous. We tried to help you, and you don't see it that way. And we're all, because that one scene where he goes off, where she's all happy that they got that thing back. And he's like, you and Jason and Nina, you guys are all just bad people. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Love it,
Uh,
Sandy. I loved it.
I don't know. I like that Sonny's like go-to is just constantly, loyal, no longer loyal, a traitor.
I
Like
know.
just keeps going around he's no longer loyal. Like even when he's talking to Ava about Laura, it's like she's no longer loyal to me. Like, oh,
Yes.
enough of this loyal talk. It's a drinking game in and of itself.
Yes. But he basically was like, we're done. And she was like this is how it ends. That's what she said. This is how it ends. That statement right there is like, yep, they're closing that chapter. They're saying there's no Carson, folks. Tried to tell you guys this months ago. There's gonna be no Carly and Sonny. They're not getting back together at all ever. I guess done. I guess
Yeah.
really done.
And I have to admit, I'm applauding the direction of whatever ultimately is going to be going on with Jason and Carly, and even Drew. Just that it's not acrimonious between Carly and Drew. I mean that, they're actually able to still be, be at least kind of cordial at the very least around each other. Uh, but the slow play of whatever's going on with Jason and Carly, yeah, I don't know. I
Let's
mean,
talk about that. Let's talk about that. Jason, I'm actually like you. I like it that they're not back together right away because they're playing off the John Jagger shit with Carly.
yeah.
They're really going hard on him, and they're going for it. It seems like that's like so. Not going back to Jay. I mean, I was kind of shocked. They're going. I thought they're. I'm kind of. They're going that way, and I think in a way this is smart. Jason just got back. We got to figure out what we're going to do with him. Like, what's he like? He has a secret from her, and what are you going? Hello, Candace Mack. What are they going to do? And so I think it's kind of cool that he's not back with because even Sam was like, he hurt me when she was talking to Dante about him. Where Jay Sam was a big couple, there was a big couple because he hurt me twice. The first time was not his fault, but everybody's like, this time he was gone, but yet he can't tell the truth yet because he's trying to. I mean, it's a mess. But with her going with Jagger, that's very interesting.
It is. I mean, I definitely like the chemistry. I don't the way they're handling Jagger is weird to me because they will have him be very competent, but then he will just do something dumb. Whether it's like he'll go to talk to somebody that he shouldn't be talking to without like a lawyer present, or talk to like a child or an underage person, or just follow Diane Miller randomly and to the warehouse and then just get savagely beaten. Yeah, which it's like, why are you following? Because if Jason's working for you, uh, what do you have to worry about anything? I don't understand the reason you've got to be skulking, following Diane Miller. So that story beat just seemed weird to me, given Jagger and Jason's uh relationship at this moment.
Oh, for me, I'm just happy to see movement of any kind because the last regime just took forever to get to anywhere. So for me, I like the fact they're remembering relationships, they're remembering connections. I mean, Jason doesn't remember high school, he doesn't remember half that stuff,
Yeah.
but Jagger does. And they brought that up. I kind of like the fact that they covered it up. So that creates conflict with the three of them just instantly with Jason. I mean, Jason loves Carly and cares about her, but he's not. He's still finding out everything, and I like the focus. It's with his kids. It's about time. He has two sons that are coming of age. It's time they kind of did. I'm kind of glad they did that. They're going that direction a little bit, and him getting settled. They can do relationships anytime. They can get it. They can get in there anytime. But the fact was what I think the writers wanted Carly back at Metro Court. They wanted Nina back at Crim. It was like they're resetting everything back to the
Yeah.
way that it'll best work. And I actually like it. I'm happy with these setups. Like, okay, yeah, this is good. She's back at Metro Court. Carly's his home goes back at Crimson. And then they had their moment about Ava.
Yeah.
Because like, I get along with Ava, but I don't trust her either too much.
Yeah. I don't agree with you on many things, but I will agree with you about Ava. And one thing I did like, it was just we didn't need to go into a big complex thing. I thought it was easy enough that Diane shows up there at Kelly's with the contract signed by
Yep.
Nina, and Jason goes, "Hey, would this have happened if I had been here?" And yeah, I mean that was enough. That's all Carly needed to hear. Like, yeah, you're right. This probably wouldn't happen. So cool. All right, thank you. We didn't need to draw it out.
Nope. And have Sonny all pushed out and say, "Well, I offered it to you. You didn't get good, good." It's like your ego just hurts. Thank you. Ego hurts. And then they have Jason because this is all related to Sonny. They got Jason going to Sonny and talking about, "Do you know about your family? You
Yeah,
was going on your
yeah.
Jason telling Sonny about his family. That Sonny wanted to kick his ass. Like, what? Who are you? Loved
Uh,
it. Loved it.
yeah. And then I mean, we even had a nice little scene about giving Steve Burton a moment to talk about his tattoos for a
Yes,
second.
I thought of you. I was like, I wonder if you caught that. There was a whole And Carly's like, "What is that? Why'd you do that?" Well, because like remember I got basically fired from GH, and I went on my no, even well, I mean on the show. I went to Days of Our Lives, played a guy named Harris. I mean, when a girl used to play Carly, I went, no, he didn't say all that.
I even like that there are times when he's not even in the standard Stone Cold outfit with the black
Right.
hood. There's other
I,
times we're seeing him without it. I'm like,
I know. I love it.
I feel
Um,
like there's this Jason coming back is just a little bit more human in this iteration with so which I'm appreciating, and especially giving him a chance to have these relationships with Danny, Jake. It's kind of flush those out. Uh, Having him at odds with Sonny right now, I can understand it gives us a chance to kind of put Jason in different things and doesn't have him just settle right back into like, oh, there we go. This is the typical Jason Sonny dynamic.
right.
And if
They're
you
not
do
doing
it,
it.
yeah.
They're not doing it. And literally, they both threaten each other. I will stop you if you do this. I'll do this. I'll stop you. I'll do this. I'll stop. I mean, they basically threaten each other over the last couple of weeks. This is the love story of Jason and Sunny, the relationship to love each other again. I mean, and which I'd be fine with. I mean, the whole thing is in the end, everybody knows it's Jason and Sunny. That's in the end. I mean, that's the whole thing. So end game is them. I think it's so funny. Um,
I did think about like Sonny spoke like as a fan in that moment with his conversation with Carly about Jason. It's like he couldn't even just pick up the phone for a second and say, I'm alive, but I can't tell you why.
the way he said that, I laughed so hard. He did just like that. He's like, he could say, I thought that was that was the fans talking. That was the fans talking. It was hilarious though, the way he said it. It's like, I like study office meds. It's kind of funny, or reduced meds. It was so funny. He said it. He could call, he's alive. He was making fun of him. It was like, oh my God. And Connie with her standard answer, it must have been a reason. If he couldn't call, it must have been a really good reason. That's how Connie would respond, folks. Why are we all surprised? And he looked at her like, of course you'd say that. That's how he looked at her. Of course you'd say that.
It's like, yeah, I mean, that's Jason and her have had that relationship. And as she said, it was like, I'm not saying anything that I haven't told you in all the years that you've known me about
Right.
how what I think about Jason and our relationship.
Right. And everybody's saying it. Carly and Sonny, it's always Carly and Sonny. Carly and Jason's always been there. I don't know why it's surprising people. Even Sam was like, I mean, they knew it. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. It's not a secret at all. Not a secret at all.
Uh, Sam, though, I don't know the way they're having her handle this a little much. Like, yeah, come on, Sam, you're not like just some saint of a parent. I mean, you killed your cult member boy
Yes.
and spent some time in prison as well. You're not above all this stuff. So like these scenes with her and
But
Jason.
Frank, she did say that. Remember, she talked about that a while back. Now she was scared of Aiden becoming because, yeah, Jason and her too. I'm actually liking her and Dante these days. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that, folks.
I
I'm
don't mind
actually
her and Dante, but
I
like
didn't.
her, yeah, her blind eye. Well, her like just thinking that like, oh, well, you got to just stay away from Danny. Like we all know, and Sam, you can't just tell a child
Well,
no.
that's what Dante said.
Dante would say, yeah, you just
It
can't.
basically was us. He's like, girl, well, he didn't say girl, but he's just like, that you do it, it's gonna push him. I mean, he goes, I didn't have a father. I always wanted a father myself. Yes, it's a different situation, kind of, but the point he's making is that he's old enough. He's gonna want to have children. He's gonna be his father, and that's the thing. But I get where I can't be saying this either. I get where Sam's coming from on some level. I get it. I get it. And she's afraid for her son, and she admitted. She said she's tired of being. She wants to be the cool parent sometimes, and that's a parent thing. It's for real. So for some people, especially for mothers, a lot of times they get upset. They want to be the cool parent. They won't be the hard ass parent. But Jason's been gone, but Danny's enamored with his dad. He is totally enamored with her. But he put on the jacket.
Who wouldn't want to put on the glasses? You got to do the full transformation.
Yes, and then you got Jake on the other side.
Yeah, who doesn't want anything to do with his jailbird dad.
It's like, woo! I love it. I just love it. But I think, but back to Sam, I'm actually liking Sam and Dante. I can't believe I'm liking them these days, but I do kind of like them. But she's expressing, I mean, she has these two men, which is so funny. We're not even talking about this, Frank. We haven't even spoke about this part, and they've said it on the show. The twins have not spoken once. There's no scene between Drew and Jason yet.
No,
They
no.
spoke about that too on the show. He's like, I've met up with them. Aren't you guys brothers? And they haven't talked. They haven't talked at
Yep.
all.
No,
I think it's on purpose. I think it's on purpose why they're doing it. It's on purpose.
uh, well, yeah, I did like Jagger coming over to Drew and saying like, "You got to tell me everything that's been going on with you and Jason." Like, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, we're not together at all.
Uh,
Um,
Speaking of Drew, though, all
yes.
right, who?
Come on, Frank, let's do it.
All right, who would you prefer, Drew and Nina, or or Drew and Jordan?
I'd rather jump in a cold, icy lake naked
Oh, tell me
with
more.
a piranha waiting for me
Oh,
than either of those scenarios. However, I am kind of enjoying. I'm enjoying a little bit of both. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this. Going to Nina, the one-time sex thing, I think it's fine. I don't want to have sex again. I hope they don't do it, but they keep acting like they're going to do it again. I was like, the one time is fine. That's good. But I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them together again. But him kind of helping her is a little weird. I told Willow about my Scott's part of her thing. It's a little weird. Now her and Jordan, I just want Jordan to have a storyline. And Jordan is beautiful. Why else would he should be hitting on her? They have a fun little banter. It's a fun little cute little banter. So my mind is open to the possibility of them possibly. I'm not sure yet. Not either. What are you thinking?
I mean, certainly the rod of him and Jordan gives can add a little friction possibly to the Curtis and Drew relationship, which as much as we enjoy watching them throw axes together, you know,
Yeah.
could be interesting if they want to invest a little bit into the Curtis and Drew relationship more. Like the Nina, there is something about just like that, yeah, them being just so antagonistic with each other that is enjoyable in their scenes together. Like even if they had sex, that's still uh just just still looking to needle each other constantly.
Oh, Angel Blue brings up Frank. He said it was 45 minutes. Him and Nina, 45 minutes. All righty. I was like, they said a time period. I was like, that was a good 45 minutes. I was like, did you just say a 45? Did you just say 45 minutes? Like,
Mhm.
wow. I get good 45 minutes, Frank. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I can
well,
last like maybe 10 top.
look at that bod that Drew's got. He's been he's been working on the stamina.
I think so. 45 minutes. On the floor though, Frank. They're on the floor behind the desk.
Oof, it's not comfortable.
I know. It's like first I was thinking, why are they back there? It was like there's a table and all this stuff in here. They came from behind the desk. They're like, okay. Um, and someone going to say Nina might be pregnant now. Nina, okay. Excuse my language, folks, because I'm turning 55 in 2 months in 2 weeks. So like whatever, fuck, I'm turning 55. She's too old to have no babies. I'm sorry. These geriatric pregnancies, they need to stop that. They don't happen very often. If she comes up pregnant, I will spew chunks all over the place. Like, oh,
Would
no,
be fantastic. Her and Sunny get back together. She realizes, oh, wait a minute,
I'm pregnant.
pregnant.
Ugh,
Ah.
no, no. Um, Joy, they're bringing up Detective Bennett. Yes, he's cute and all. We like him, but here's the deal. Actually, I would want Jordan connected to somebody major on the show to ensure that she would have a storyline. So I just
Yeah,
say that putting her with Detective Bennett, the storyline wouldn't happen. It'll just die off. I want her with somebody that will guarantee her some story. So connecting her to the Quartermains, connecting all that stuff, that story. I think that story. And there are a lot of folks who don't like Jordan and Brick. You forgot about him too. You forgot about him, Frank.
Oh, yes. Getting Brick in the mix. Yeah, I mean, that was a nice creepy visit that he dropped by, gave her flowers, just let me just keep putting a hardcore press on you. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Gotta
See you
go.
later.
Gotta go. Um, what about pregnant Sheila Carter? That's again, I said these pregnancies, they're too old. No more of these things. But you don't happen all the time. Everybody's about to hate sex now. Everybody's about hate sex in the chat. Yes. It can be fun. Sure. I never had hate sex, so I don't know if it's fun or not. I just never done that.
We'll put that on your
Uh,
to-do list.
what am I to do? The folks that I hate will never have sex. Trust me. There's some folks I hate that will never happen. Never happen. Um, if Heather could have Esme at 70, she said 70. Okay, first of all, Kayla, that's bad. She wasn't that old when she had Esme. Cheese and crackers. What about Aunt Stella? um, anyway, back to the whole thing. Um, we have Drew and Nina working their way through some kind of frenemy situation. Meanwhile, he's like in Jordan on some level. He's over here. He's trying to be a father to Scout over here. He had one scene with Carly recently. It was cordial.
Yeah.
I said earlier, it was cordial. Him and Sonny really haven't talked either. Not really.
Hmm.
Him and Jason haven't talked yet. I remember Sam asked you to talk to Danny. That hasn't happened yet either. So that hasn't happened yet either. So you have that going on. Dante, of course, they say he made it through the whole thing. He's back at home. Him and Sam are doing pretty good. He's on desk duty, doing that. But out of all the stuff that's been going on, we have more to talk about, of course. But I got you guys bring it up in the chat room. I got to bring this up just because I'm like, what the f, Sasha. Number one, she was not nominated for an Emmy. To me, is a travesty of justice. You and I both, one of the few things that you and I have agreed upon in the last couple of years, she has spun shit into gold. Like they gave her a lot to deal with. I mean, a lot to deal with. I mean, a lot to deal with. And she did not get nominated for an Emmy. Not even a nomination. I can't believe that. Like, that's just, I'll make sure I make that clear. Here at Jade Spring Spotlight, we're upset about that because she really did carry a lot of story. Right, Frank?
And yeah, they just kept dumping and dumping
Oh,
on the character.
oh,
And just when you thought it was already bad, nope, we guess what? We can make it a little worse for her. And they did.
they did. And now they're gonna make it even worse for her, Frank. First, she's repairing leather saddles, but now would you be cook number 4, Frank?
She has to legally change her name to that. Yeah, I like how the Quartermains will dehumanize any chef in their employ. You no longer have a name. You're just cook number whatever. I mean, if you want to have Sasha more in the mix in the Q storyline, have a reason for her and Cody to be able to easily interact. I guess it makes sense. It seems weird, it was interesting in subs when they're doing a change in direction on a character and they will have a conversation with somebody and then you know let out some unknown heretofore unknown fact about their life, which is like, oh, I used to cook with my grandma. And that was the time I just felt closest to her, like, huh? Never heard once about that thing until that shepherd's pie, that miracle shepherd's pie, which just changed everything. Uh, but I was like, okay, sure. I had no idea you had any sort of inclination, affinity for, or interest towards cooking, but okay, you do now. So if she's not going to be involved with deception, I thought she might be if they were going to go for that split, like Blaze is the face. Somebody's going to be like the home and heart kind of representative there. That Sasha would take that route, but looks like that was just a one and done deal. So, uh, I, would you rather see her at the Metro Court? I mean, we're not going to. I mean, what are we going to see her doing at Metro Court?
Exactly.
Or
That's okay. So I'm with you. So here's my thing. Is Frank, you're correct. Yes, folks, I know they're trying to get her closer to Cody. I get it. I get that part, but there's other ways you could do that. She don't have to work she don't have to work at the quarter mains to be close to Cody. The thing is, because they're all friends with Maxie, and so there's a whole. I know. Part of the Maxie storyline is on hold a little bit because of John J. York. I get that part. He's still recovering and I guess fighting the cancer or whatever. So we said we get our hearts go out to him. I know he's fighting it, so he's not back yet. So it's part of the storyline is being held. Um, but I'm saying Sophia Matson was like a co-owner, face of deception, big name person. Changing her, changing her stuff, that's fine. Giving her a different profession. This is not it. This is where I'm like, her being a cook makes no sense. Don't like it. It's weird. It's just completely weird. And I'm gonna watch to see what happens, what this means, but it feels like this is not gonna be it.
I mean, and I know that we don't bring up much online rumors, gossip on the show. But just seeing some folks on the interwebs say like, "Oh, well, this is they're just setting her up to write her out." Uh,
Possibly.
so like, we're
Possibly.
just she'll get some other great cooking job somewhere else in the world. You gotta
Yes.
go.
Yes. It's very much I'm not a fan of what they're doing with her at the moment because she is somebody we know can act, we know can do the job. And I don't mind having her um have a little happiness and break, clearly, because she went through so much. Having her hang out with Cody at first was fun. But let's get her something else. I mean, I just think there's other things they could do. Yeah, work at Crimson maybe. Right, Crimson could have done that there. Yeah, don't make her a nurse or nothing like that. They already done that too many times. But maybe she could work at Crimson as
Yeah.
an associate editor or assistant because she has knowledge and looks and stuff. So like that. That could have something. I mean, there's other things they could do. And her and Cody, there's I think they're inching them together a little bit. It could be something totally different. I just don't like this. I don't like this turn. I think it's a wrong turn. But I will watch to see what happens. But I think it's a wrong turn.
I mean, they really just wanted to like salt the earth about like, she can't have any involvement with deception anymore. Like the way that they wrote that scene where Lucy was like, nope, and if you do this, then you have to give up that, and then you can't do that. Like, geez, all right, we get it. We get it already. She can't be. If she's not the face, then she can't be a deception at all.
Well, the other thing that's a little jarring is Trina and Ace and Laura.
That came out of left field as well, too. And that seems so weird to me.
They're all hating it in chat, of course. I agree. It's a weird, like, so it's gonna be a part-time babysitter. But she loves. So homegirl's not. First of all, she's not at school anymore. She's gonna cut her time at the gallery to be a babysitter for her late boyfriend's brother, her
Yeah.
late nemesis's son. That is a weird turn.
I can only think that if it's a way to, I mean, switch her up and get her in Laura's orbit more often for some other further reason down the road, maybe. But it's, ugh, just odd.
Because
I,
no, I thought at first I go, well, her visiting Ace because of missing Spencer, that would make sense on some level. Her and Laura talking. I love that Trina should be out there doing other stuff anyway. I'm glad that like the party. What's about that a little later? But the party, she was dancing with other people, talking. I kind of like that. It's like something different. Let's get her out of the orbit of just like of other people. So it's fine. But I'm just like this turn, unless it's going to lead to something really big, like you just said. I just Matt and Cat. Cat is in the chat. Hi, Cat Theo, 104GH. Said, well, she says it makes her feel near Spencer, I guess. No, I get that part. And she went to visit Laura to be close to him, but to be a part-time babysitter, I'm like a little much.
yeah, it's, ugh, I don't know. I don't, her whole grieving process with Spencer has been just
Yes,
kind of odd. And I know,
Yes,
there's real life and then there's soap life in terms
yes,
of, real life, it could take a long time to get over someone that
yes.
you've lost. But in soaps, it's like you can't just keep beating that same beat. You gotta like, what's the next step?
Yeah, that's the problem with soaps, folks. You can't grieve forever. Because people get bored. They have to do stuff. But I'm curious. I just don't know. They just say bad optics. People are saying bad optics. I just know that it just seems weird, and I don't know where they're going with the character because that whole family, the Astros are all kind of spread out.
Yeah.
Portia's over here, Kirsten's over there, TJ's over there, Stella's over here. They haven't shown them really together in a while. So hopefully they're going to do that soon, maybe. Again, the writing is happening. They're trying to get everything together. But I mean, you got your man Curtis walking now, so he's walking. Like,
Absolutely.
what's going to happen?
And with it's it's harder, I feel like, with Trina, because not no certainly no two people need are their paths that they grieve are not going to be the same, but she's at least seen an example of life not being over with Joss and
Oscar?
yes, that yes, that like Joss was at her lowest when that happened, but look at her now. She's been able to persevere, she puts through it, and look where she's at. So for Trina to be all like, what is going on? Like, well, no, you've seen your best friend go through this same similar journey. Uh, I mean, certainly the different in the process of losing a loved one. The circumstances are all different, but it's just like, yeah, it's not the end of the road. You will find love again. You will do all these other things again. So like, oh, I don't know. I can't go back to school. I can never go back to Paris.
Yeah, I get the Paris thing, but you have to go back to school. Spencer was at school with you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like it's so weird. Um, I just think yeah, it's just I she's good. And I mean, they also mentioned, um, Joss in her own place and maybe getting it with Trina. And I
You
thought,
know,
why they're best friends? They're young. Why not? I don't know. I don't know why that's a problem. Some people get mad. I go, no, they're best friends.
yeah.
So, folks, I know you guys don't like it, but Joss and Trina are friends. They're best friends. They're playing it that way. They're best friends. So everybody has to get over themselves. They're best friends. They're not gonna break them up or anything. They're best friends.
And
So
that's the big thing in college. You do your
right,
first year or two in the dorms, and then you're like, no, we're grown-ups now. We can get our own place and live together, and not have to be subject to dorm rules.
right,
So yeah, spin them off, get them their own little pad.
right. I think so. Why not? I think why not also. And I think that's a good idea. And then maybe we can see Trina as a young woman out there trying to handle her business. And I think, right now I know that there has been this rumor that Nicholas Chavez really is out, that he's not coming back. There's so different sources saying it hasn't been confirmed. I have a feeling he's not coming back. I mean, he's doing the whole thing with Ryan Murphy. I have a feeling he'll come back. But there are folks open to a recast, apparently. There are folks open to that. I don't know, but I think in the meantime, like you said it last time we were on the show a month ago, in the meantime, she needs to have some storyline and just sit there, wait for Spencer.
Yeah.
She needs to be doing something. She
No,
needs to be doing
yeah.
something.
It's going to be more entertaining if she has a rich, full life filled with other stuff. It's going to lead to much more interesting complications than if she's just kind of held in some kind of stasis and not really doing much of anything until whatever decisions reached on Spencer.
Yeah. Yes. Trina was finally off screen for like a month. The new rise finally showing people before. That's the whole thing. They are actually showing her here and there. I mean, we didn't see her that much for a while. Again, pacing. The last regime was all. It was just like it was. They didn't rotate enough. They didn't rotate on a regular basis. They didn't rotate quick enough. This one, I feel like we are getting a rotation of actors. Like they are giving us something.
Yeah, we've had some nice communal events, whether it be the bridal shower or the bachelor party.
Right.
You get groups of characters kind of mixing and matching a little bit.
But before we even get to that, we gotta talk about Tracy and Stella's friendship. Love
Hmm.
it. Never would have guessed in a grillion years. Love it.
The only thing that I'm not liking about it is that we haven't seen more of it.
I know.
We saw them, with that, we're going to play backgammon. It's like,
Yes.
give me more. That's why I was surprised that she did not go to
Yeah, to
Seattle.
the
Yes.
baby shower, the bridal shower. Right, she didn't either.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to see Stella and Tracy there, getting a chance to hang out. I thought that
Yeah,
was good. I thought they were just teeing that up for a natural, like, oh, this is going to be a great Stella and Tracy moment.
I agree.
And we did not get a chance to see that.
And it was fun seeing, but it was fun seeing them all get down, have fun. This new alliteration of Tracy is very cool. I think it started with the last regime. It's going to this one. They're making Tracy still Tracy, but a lot more likable and retrospective as you do you because you do maybe people do mellow out as they get older. They mellow out on some level. She's not mellowing out completely, but I think they're setting her up as the kind of the matriarch of the family now because I don't know what's going on with Monica and Leslie Charleston, but Jane Lely gets on. She is on. She is there. I'm loving her in Brooklyn.
Oh,
I'm loving.
yes.
I'm loving it. I like I love her ponytail braid. Love it. Her and Gregory. Love it. Her
Yeah,
twin.
yeah.
Love
Oh,
it.
Tracy Quartermain just firing in all cylinders, and then any scene that has her in it is just the better for it for me.
I agree. Stella and Tracy dancing would have been great. I know, but Tracy dancing was fun. Was fun. What's going on here? You cannot compare Jocelyn and Trina in no kind of way. Compare. I don't know what's going on there. Well, you guys talking about something. Um, well, Jason got a thing from her mother Monica. He got a note from her.
Yeah,
That's
I mean that was nice. I mean, in the absence of
yeah,
anything, if we can't even get a phone call, yeah, at
yeah,
least a written thing. And it's a shame because the a scene between the two of them would be spectacular.
yeah. And so, folks, we don't. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know anything. I haven't heard anything about Leslie Charleston. I have no idea. She's still on the canvas, listed on the canvas as a member, and she's the longest running cast member on the show right
I mean, ideally, I would love a three-person scene. Her, Jason, Andrew.
now. Right.
Whether if she's trying to squash whatever kind of tension might be between the two of them. But like that's something we haven't seen either.
Ethel, we're gonna have to agree disagree. They are best friends. I see it on screen, and best friends aren't perfect. They fight, they fuss. Characters aren't good. I don't know. I'm watching a different show, I guess, than some people. I see them. They are best friends. That's how they're playing it. That's how I played from the very beginning when Steve McKayla was playing the role. Now you may not like some of how Trina's being treated in certain areas. That's one thing, but they're playing it as best friends. That's how they've always played it.
Yeah, I've
So
never doubted that the two of them are. I mean,
some people in the chat are like, "You're trying to gaslight us," or like, "Is that what we see on screen?" I'm like, "No, I disagree with you. I see it on screen, so I don't know. You guys see something different. I see something different than you guys do." So they've always played it that way. And when they went, like I said, when they went together to meet on Stella for the new set was that surf set.
yeah, intriguing. Like even that when it first came up, we're like, oh, hello.
Okay, and Stella's popular there. What is she doing over there? What is she doing? And you don't see Stella and Hat Daddy together at all. Maybe this regime's like, never mind.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go there.
No, no, we're not going to do that.
There's been no scenes of them together. So like, no, I mean, I don't know what's going on. So I know what's going on there, but they're not showing that. But I was like, she's like, I'm popular here. I'm like, you go, girl, okay. Got a little secret life somewhere else.
And we're speaking of the Ashfords, I mean, it looks like Curtis is under some sort of transformation from being Savoy owner to no, not the enticement of a WSB agent. I guess is not going to happen, but some sort of fitness lifestyle guru with Curtis with Michael and Drew over at uh yeah over at how is it Meadowlark Media, but that's um,
It's something different.
yeah, there you
You
go.
mean at what's the, oh my god, what the fuck there? What's that place called? Oh my god, Aurora.
Aurora, yes.
I would think I'm gonna blink for a second too. I really too. Um, Also, Angel Blue, I want to kind of correct you. It is I had heard from some reputable sources that Charleston is not obviously sick, but she did hurt herself a while back. and that was a problem that she can't walk or stand as long, and there's some issues with that. And anybody who's hurt a hip or a leg or a back, you know how hard it is to do anything when some part of you is hurt. Trust me, recently I just found that out myself. Sitting up, laying, it's hard. So that's what I had heard. Now, again, I'm not Liz Charleston's best friend. I'm at her house talking to her, but I heard it was not because she is sick of hers because of um, body part issues.
No,
So, and that's why she hasn't been on set.
and not her best friend yet. Still give you time, James. You can make it work.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, but yes, it's Krista Ryder working at GH. I'm not sure. I think somebody said they saw in the credits one of them is still there, but as like a breakdown writer, which is something totally different. Breakdown writer is not lead writer. It's something totally different. You're breaking down scripts. That's something else. Um, so that's something different. But I want to make sure just known that it has not been known that Liz Johnson is sick. But it was like there was other times to make sure we say that. But I guess we'll find out at some point. But they're going to address it at some point. I don't know
Yeah.
when. I would have to address it at some point because they mentioned that no, it's not your house. It's Monica's house, and alligated the same jokes are always there with Tracy and Olivia, but the cook. So but
Uh,
that's what I yes.
I mean, I figure if they are going to go all in on this Sasha being the new chef of the Quartermaines, then that makes me think there's going to be some kind of kitchen set because you can't
Yeah,
do that without seeing like her work ever. The breakfast nook is not going to cut it.
I agree. And then also KD Sipple or K Disciple. I agree. Another weird turn. Curtis running a wellness center.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where Drew was like, Curtis is the man for this. Let's bring him in. And so that meeting was really weird.
It was weird. I was like, now I don't mind seeing my man half naked most of the time. That's fine. But he has a club to run.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, and the other reason I guess they wanted there to see Nina coming in, just uh, the way they approached Nina, how Nina views the Nina and Carly kind of
Yes,
rivalry or relationship, and the way that Carly views it, where like Carly's like, nope, I don't even think about her anymore. It's just that nothing good happens when I do that. So she's like, I don't just wash my hands of her, and Nina's still just. Guess who was banging a FBI guy? Just everybody's like, whoa, easy. Nina, settle.
I know. Nina, well, Nina, she's like Cyrus. They can't read a room. They don't read a room. They don't read rooms. They do whatever they want.
uh,
Let's
oh,
laugh.
tangent for, as you mentioned, Cyrus again. Yeah, another 180 on that other story that I thought was going to go somewhere, but like Cyrus already like, nope, I'm no longer doing the radio show.
That's done.
Yeah.
That's done. Also, Frank, did Liz and Finn break up?
No, they're still.
I thought so. He said something like, "The only good woman in my life is Viler." So I don't know. There was something weird going on there. And I was like, "What's going on?" So what's funny is, let's go into that. This is the one sunny, less sunny story. Is Gregory and him and his ALS just really good? And I want to tell you something, folks. This was like, why is he being so much? I'm dealing with it right now. I have a parent and an aunt that I'm dealing with right now who have health issues. When you're losing control, you try to get more control. You become combative and you start to fight with you. Trust me, I'm going through it right now. I know what it feels like. So this is very realistic that he is fighting Finn, the way he's treating Finn, the way he's like, it's very realistic. I think they're doing such a good job that it's horrible because we like the character now. We want the character to stay, but they're really playing Frank. They're playing all the beats actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a bummer. It's oof.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in chat, are we all upset at the same time about Gregory? I think you said earlier, guys were upset about Gregory too. Like, I mean, it's just good storytelling, I guess, that we're all connected and went to, I mean, it's I don't want him to die.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
mean, because it was different like when Mike came, where it was, yes, he was bringing in all that history that he had from his previous time on the show. So he had that. So we already were invested in the Sonny and Mike relationship. But and so we got to see that play out with his connections with his family and stuff. But this, like with the Gregory stuff, I mean, they did make the time to try to develop like a potential. I mean, well, at least you saw the chemistry for a potential Tracy and Gregory relationship. And so to see that, like, be like, oh, that would be so much more entertaining than to watch him just go through ALS and be written off. But we're gonna still stick with that.
And him and Tracy do have something
Oh,
just in spades. I mean, after Luke and after all the others she's been with, this was an unexpected pleasure. It was
absolutely.
like, wow, they have chemistry.
Yeah, and it's just like boy, uh, I mean, I guess finding love later in life. I mean, I guess this is definitely things you have to face or realize can happen much sooner as people you get interested in could have something go horribly wrong with them and you lose them. So, but it's a bummer.
Thank you, Jennifer Aniston, and thank you, Jennifer Anderson and Kayla Ronan for your super chats. Thank you very much. Jennifer says, "Good to have you back on. Have you back? Miss Soapy Sundays with JLJ and the posse. I love the new direction GH is taking with storyline and character, especially Nina getting her bite back. Cynthia Watts was allowed to shine.
Hmm.
Everybody's commenting on Gregory. Gregory is fantastic. Gregory Harrison is the bomb. Love seeing Tracy get a good story too. They just slow down his progress. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? That's what they're trying to. Losing autonomy is scary. Yes, we know that. As a person who's had a paralyzed face, I know exactly what that feels like to lose something. Um, it's crazy. It's just it's scary. It's crazy, but they're doing such a realistic job and having and Finn putting his foot down. I mean, I love the scene where Finn and him really get into it, and then Greg goes, "Or what?" And Finn just grabs his jacket and walks out.
Yeah.
It's like gotta collect himself for a second because it got really heated. And I've been there with my mother and them. I've been there. I've been there where you have to go. I can't say anything. I got to just walk out. And having Tracy come over and talk to him was very cool. It was
Yeah.
very, very cool. So I just thought that is. Oh, and thank you, Jason Jose, for your thing, your donation. Also, thank you. Um, I just it's all so realistic to me. I just it's all realistic to me, which makes it more frustrating for us as fans because we want. I know we want it, and the chat is all saying it like they don't want Tracy's heartbroken. They want Gregory has more chemistry than Alexis. You like Gregory and Alexis. Either one, I'd take that one too. I mean, either one is fine. What's the point of having Tracy fall with a dying man? Angel, I said that like 6 months ago on this show. I said that exact same thing. So, but that's the point. I think that's the point. It's the hurt that she's going to learn something, probably, right? Frank, he dies. He's changed her a bit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how she was with after Luke's death. To have her go through that again so soon, hopefully, yeah, you're right, James, that there's something that, the passing of Gregory that helps make this easier for her. And maybe it's the difference of like Luke's was very unexpected. And Gregory's that, while tragic, is it's coming. And so you're able to say all the things that you wanted to say to somebody before, they passed away. Yeah,
Thanks.
and even with that, I enjoy even I've always enjoyed like the Finn and Alexis relationship too, but
Yes.
just the scenes about this where uh they're opening up to each other. Alexis about her, worries about drinking again if she doesn't get reinstated to the bar, and then Finn just saying like, "I will be there for you," but also my father's dying of ALS and I don't know what to do. if you'll be there for me. And it's just the two of them being there, helping to support each other. Those are always good scenes.
Yes, and the fact that Alexis got on Finn by going to a meeting still, that was very realistic. Well, I need to go. I'm fine. She's like, no, you need to still go to. You need to still go. And when she used that analogy, they always use that analogy. We're on a plane, when now she's past call, because it sounds so opposite. I remember when I first was on a plane, I heard that. I remember I was traveling with my daughter somewhere. I'm thinking, you put on your daughter first. No, the whole point is you put on you first. It does make sense, folks. It actually makes sense. Because you put on them first and then you pass out, you get it. I mean, it's just like it's just I get it. So I love that analogy of like before you go back home, before you take care of Finn, because now Tracy has calmed him down, and like she said, is it your pride or you love your family? Which is it? Like what are you gonna do? What is it? And you're right. There is, and David brings it up. There is no cure for ALS. There isn't, and I wish there'd be a mixed diagnosis myself. I think they are killing him off.
Yeah. Uh, it would seem that I would happily suspend all disbelief if they were to come up with like,
Oh, me
oh,
too.
holy cow, we didn't realize complete misdiagnosis.
Right. I would take it. I would totally
Yeah.
take it. I would totally take it. Frank and I said we'll turn a blind eye.
Yes, it will be.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. There are very few things that we would accept. That I would accept. They said he had a poison hip. I mean, I'd take it.
Really go, great. Yes, get it
Yes,
done.
get it done. Whatever they have to do to keep him around. But it's one of those things that's so funny that all of us in the chat, people online, everything I'm seeing is like, there's gold in them hills. There's gold in there.
Yeah,
You know,
speaking of potential gold, because it does seem like to be of a theme. What you mentioned, Sasha, in this too, is like people trying to find out what their next move is going to be.
yeah.
Uh, they've teased a little bit like with Lois, and I don't know like how long she's going to stay with the
No,
show,
neither. Yeah.
reoccurring or whatever, but that they floated that thing with deception with her.
Yes.
I was like, that would be a really good landing spot for Lois to keep her in the show, get her mixed in with some other characters that she's not normally just so entrenched with, and broaden her reach on the canvas. So I'd be down if they actually followed through and actually got her involved in deception.
I agree. I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I just think it's I don't know what her status is anymore because now it's a new regime. The old regime I was told 30 episodes. And I think she's either hit him or is close to him. I don't know now. We know she'll be here through the wedding, obviously.
Yeah.
Which I put a race against time in the chat. I mean, in the thing because this thing is getting crazier and crazier. It's like, is there going to be a wedding with everybody? I mean, what's going to happen? It's going to be in a hospital room. Like, what's going to be like? What's going to happen, you guys? I really am curious. What's going to happen? They're really doing this. But again, everybody's saying in the chat, there's no cure, so you can't do that. I love Lois. Enjoy having her around. Yeah, we love her. We love her. I love having her around. I like her in the small doses. I like her in those doses. It can work. But the cast again is so huge, you guys. There's a lot of people in there. Again, we haven't seen Portia in a while. Again, we haven't seen. There's some people we haven't seen in a while that we need to see again. I mean, I've avoided talking about this subject, but I mean, we'll just mention it, of course.
Oh, get into it, James. Yes.
I just don't care. I want to care, you guys. I just don't. It's TJ and Molly, the baby, and all that. Oh my gosh, it's going on. Pregnant women can handle a lot of stuff, folks. Trust and believe. They're okay. Pregnant women are not fragile creatures. She's not having a difficult pregnancy. They never said she had a difficult pregnancy. So come on, TJ, you're a doctor. Calm the fuck down. I'm like, don't be trying to police her. And what she said, she can handle a conversation. You can handle that.
He is just the fact that baby is Christina's the one, and that Sonny is, in the mix is just like too much for TJ to be able to handle.
And hello, TJ. You're friends with Sunny too, remember? You turned on Sunny. Everybody turned on Sunny.
So
You're
yeah,
gonna turn on Sunny, Frank. I'm gonna turn on Sunny. We're all gonna turn on Sunny. They're turning on him. And I'm like, and so my thing was pregnant women can do fine. Christina's healthy for the most part. And they better not, I don't even though I don't want this storyline, she better not lose that baby. I am not in the mood for that either. I'm tired of people having miscarriages of justice. They need to let her have the baby and let the messiness begin
yeah.
of your sister aunt, mommy aunt, and sister this, and I'm ready.
I can only imagine that they got to be teeing up the Sunny thing. I like because like Anna made, in case the fans didn't spot it, and it really was like, even though I'm just the police commissioner, you're gonna be trying this case, Molly.
Oh my god, that whole scene.
Uh, so I can only imagine once Christina hears that, like, you're gonna try to put my father away. I could alter Christina's feelings about, whether she should give her that baby or not.
I wish I cared.
Like if Sonny goes to prison for this, I can imagine they use that as a reason for Christina saying, "You ain't getting this baby. You put my dad away."
I just like, but pregnancy, people, but she's young, she'll be fine. It'll be fine. She'll be fine. It'll be fine, folks. Do not make her lose that baby. Kat says on the 10th floor, some of us pregnancy like a super delicate condition. I know it gets to my nerves. It gets to my nerves. Trust me, babies are resilient, mothers are resilient. Um, I think she'll be. Let her be okay, please. I want the messiness of the birth, like you said. It's something like you can't have the baby or this. I want all that. I want all that
Yeah.
because you know it's gonna be a mess, folks. You know it's gonna be a mess. I mean, this is not gonna go great. But
Remember,
Anna, yeah, Anna. Sorry, go ahead, please go ahead.
I remember Carly fell down the side of a bridge when she was
Yes,
pregnant and she was fine.
yeah, just fine. She had a kid, almost had problems. It was fine.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry, TJ. I mean, nice looking dude. I guess He doesn't do anything for me. So that's not enough for me to be like, oh my god, TJ does nothing for me. But I just the character to me is boring. We had a scene with TJ and his cousin Trina finally.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you get to see him talking to Ace. Great stuff. Great stuff there.
I mean, we need more from him. We need more. He's a doctor. He's a doctor on the show. The show's called General Hospital. I need more from him. I do. More from him. This is not working for me. And Anna, to me, like that was too much towards Molly. It was way too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much. Because what Molly was saying made sense. She didn't make sure,
I can't imagine anybody like Diane, if she's representing Sunny, is
yeah,
clearly going to bring that up as a conflict of interest of the
yeah,
judge. You're like, hold on a second, why is she?
right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, and I don't buy this Molly as a D assistant DA. I just don't buy it. But that's another story too. But at least the girl, she's trying to act. She's trying to do her best. She's trying to do it. I'm just like this storyline. I care so little about. I can't even tell you. I just care so little about it, Frank. I don't care. What
but
else? What
like,
about?
like even like with TJ, like that scene that he had with Gregory when he went to examine him in the
Oh yeah,
hospital. Like, yeah, that's great. Like TJ, when he's in those kind of situations, great.
yes,
He can be excellent.
yes. I agree with you on that one. Blaze and her mother. Some folks are getting upset about that too. Okay, folks, coming out of the closet is not easy. Number one. Number two, for a Latino family, it's not. It's even harder. Catholic Latino family is even harder. I think her mother is literally acting the way she would act. I think it's pretty realistic. And then you add the whole thing. That Blaze supposedly is famous and has a front life. There's a lot going on in there. I have no problem with that part of the storyline. I have no problem with that. I think it's. I'm curious to see how they continue because they are showing her and Christina together. We are showing them.
Yeah.
So
And that was speaking of Blaze, the bachelor party and bridal shower. I did like Blaze heading over to Chase's thing, and that was like, yeah. I mean, certainly we know that they were partners for a little while, and even
yes,
though
they
we
were.
didn't get to see a lot of like on-screen time of
Oh
that, it
yeah,
was nice that like, yeah, I bought that was a real thing, so that was cool.
Yeah, no, I thought me too. I thought it was very inspired they did that, and the fact that Anna and Jordan were at Chase's thing made sense also.
Yeah.
They didn't do just girls here, boys there. It was like that was made sense. That totally made sense. Um, poor
I,
Dick.
I feel like still, at least for me, of recent like bridal shower, bachelor parties, the escape room through the history of Port Charles for Jordan and Curtis's wedding might be my still my favorite.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Yes.
But then speaking of the, we get to see Dex getting the cold shoulder by the
Yes.
PCPD officers.
Yes.
Uh, and I did
I
like
mean,
it.
again, I'm waiting for the storyline. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm
Yeah.
waiting to see what happens with that. It's still too early to tell. Too early to tell.
But we got to see that cool little test that he got to take where he's just
Yes.
running around pylons.
They went outside and not near the gated fence.
Nope, that's true.
And
Although the gate, I mean, we're getting the park next week, though. I saw that teased. We're going outdoors, everybody.
but Frank, on Y&R, their green screen is so bad that I wish they just go outside at Television City and just say, sorry, this is Beverly Boulevard. We're going to pretend it's Wisconsin. Because the green screen was so horrible last week. Wow. I know it's up. I know our budgets. Come on, Y&R. So I'll take this General Hospital out of the parking lot stuff because that would be Frank. It was. Whew. I was like, at least General Hospital tries to do something. I mean, yeah, there's no palm trees in Western New York, but that's fine. At least they're outside, so they're trying to utilize the sets outside. So come on, Y&R, you can do better than that. Whew. Why was Dex at bachelor party? He doesn't know Brooklyn. Anybody knows Chase, but he was invited by them. He was invited by Chase.
He
He said it
was.
was Chase, so he was invited by them. Not Chase, by Dante or whatever. He was invited to come, so he came because most of the police force is with Chase, so he's kind of there. So yes, more realistic outside. It was you guys just saw Y&R. You know what I'm talking about. It was rough. Um, but yes, Blaze's mother is being true to Latino mother as devout Catholic. She is. So I think it's all. So people get upset. I'm like, of course, Chase invited him. Yeah, Chase invited him. That's what I thought. He invited him. So
Yeah.
that's what I think. So that's why he came. Probably to help him bond with the other people. He's possibly going to be. That's the whole point. So I'm like, and I'm supposed to get upset about stuff. I'm like, to me, I see what they're doing. Um, the heck with those with the outside. Get those storylines together. And those like screw cinematography. She's like and said, she's like, that's right. That's some better writing, folks. You go on, Ethel. That's right, girl.
And plus, we also had the Dex. Speaking of Dex, the Jocelyn and Anna scene where Jocelyn was just imploring Anna to not have Dex be a police officer. You can't. I will be sitting at his funeral, and I will not accept a flag when you give it to me.
Now, folks, when they said that, yes, we all know that she would not be given the flag. It goes to the wife. If not, then it goes to the mother. If not, then it goes to a sibling. Or it goes to go. There's channels the girlfriend doesn't get, or the boyfriend will not get the flag.
Yeah.
I know this personally because I have several flags in my house that were given to us. So, my stepfather passed away last year. He had two flags. And they gave one. My mother agreed. They would give both to my mother. She would have gotten both. She was his wife, but she said give one to his oldest daughter, who was there. So she got them. She got one flag, and the daughter got a flag. So, but that was the choice of the mother who said my mother who said that. Yeah, she would have got a flag. But I thought it was. I get what you're saying, girl. I totally get it. But the writing folks, do your research. It's a little rough. But I don't know. Do we want Dex as a cop? Do we care?
I don't necessarily. I mean, I feel like in the world of the PCPD, we're really only allowed like two detectives that are going to get like major screen time. Like otherwise, it just becomes like you know, um, the forgotten Spencer police officer. Uh, you know,
Or Valerie? Yeah.
Valerie. Yeah, then it just becomes like a Valerie situation where we just see her just a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know what like they're gonna do with Dex. Like as of right now, he doesn't have a lot of other connections to the canvas other than the Sunny stuff. So is Dex worth keeping on the show in a world where Jason exists? And yes, Dex offers, a younger age group that he's involved in the mix of, but the archetype, does he offer more than like what Jason does? Or
And,
not even more, but just different.
yeah. David brings up a point that I like also. Members are have cast members are sharing scenes with ones they haven't prior. That has happened a lot too. We're seeing folks together talking that we never see. We're seeing folks meet up, talk. I love it. And I love that some of the new characters, we get to see some staff at Metro Court. We got Courtney, the assistant, and poor Courtney, the assistant at Crimson.
Her hat, her hat, shout out to that hat she wore for a few
Yes,
episodes.
yes.
Holy boy. Uh,
But
she
her
was doing
poor
some
boss.
serious hat acting.
Ooh, but her poor boss. She's seeing everything. And nobody just walks in. She's like,
Yeah, she's so disrespected as
oh yeah, easily. So that was kind of fun. We saw Leo for a moment, and that led to the whole thing of Olivia being doing too much. And see, I don't mind Leo. For some reason, I like the character Leo. He actually fascinates me. He's fine. We're seeing more of the kids now. We're seeing a lot more of the kids, which is kind of cool. So that's good. And yes, and Dex and Joss, I think they're end game also. I think at some point there's gonna be almost a Romeo Juliet thing happening, kind of, with them. And yes, Dex and Jagger have no scenes together so far, but they don't have reason to have any scenes together. So they're not related anyway. So it
yeah.
was he hired Jason, and so their scenes, yes. I want Dex to sing with the fishes. That's pretty funny.
I'm
Whatever
really
happened to
waiting.
Valerie?
Yeah, she's somewhere not with Christina.
They
So
mention Spencer stuff every once in a while. Like Jocelyn, like, what did Tracy goes? The Spencer only one's gonna have fun or something like that. They mention the Spencer name every once in a while here and there. There's a bunch of Spencers running around basically in Port Margot still. They are blood Spencers.
I mean, it was interesting that Jocelyn used Bobby as a way to get Tracy
Yeah,
out there to dance.
that
Like,
was
oh
cool.
yeah, Bobby would have been out here. He
Yes,
would have been
she
doing
would have.
it.
Bobby was hotsy totsy. She would have been out there dancing. It was good. It was. I heard a big noise. I hope everything's okay in my house. Um. So yeah. So it's. I like that. So I think, is there anything we've missed?
No. I mean,
I think everything.
there was a nice Jason and Jocelyn scene,
That
when
that's fine. I have no problem with that. That's her godfather, and she went to him because he knows the business. And other folks like, but he's a mobster too. Blah blah. Yeah, but I mean that's just okay. I mean, but he didn't do anything to hurt her. She feels Sonny hurt her mom
yeah,
and hurt their family, their blended family. So whether it's misguided or not, it's just that's how she feels. That's what she's at. Well, she has no problem against Jason. Jason's always been there for her mom. So I see where she's kind of like choosing which side to be on. She's on Jason. There's no problem with him.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it is like I feel like Jocelyn's at least right now seems to be more of a uh black and white point of view. And realizing like, yeah, which is I think everybody wants to be able to have that, but there as you get older, there are more shades of gray for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely are. Well, that's everything, kids. We talked for 2 hours. Like I'm done. I'm ready to go get some food. I'm hungry, kids.
You
They
put it
went.
all out there today,
I
James.
put it out. I put it out there. I am hungry. Next week we'll be back, but the
Mm.
following week it's my birthday, so I will
Also,
not be.
but boo.
James will not be talking General Hospital on my birthday. James will be busy eating and drinking somewhere, turning 55 years old. Kids,
With a G8 with a cake shaped like General Hospital. Just
that would
kind
be
of
actually. I would love that if someone could do that. I probably can. That would be kind of cool. General Hospital cake. I love that. But yes, but we'll be back next week for sure. We'll
woo!
be here. And we'll talk about General Hospital. This is the end of the soap block today. Check out Edition Days next. Shortly, they'll be doing the Edition Days Award nominations. I think it's their fifth or sixth year they've been doing it. So they'll be doing that. So that'll be the first come up on that show. That's my chocolate twin, Tony Moran gang. over there doing that. Check out my interview with Gregory J. Martin from the Bay. And that is on Daytime Emmy Specials. Check out my interview with Colleen Zink on Wine Army Spotlight over there. I have more interviews coming. You'll find out soon as I will tell you about those things. And watch out our Daytime Emmy Special that's out with me, Candace Mack, Jerry Waggett, and Walker Ragsdale, where we break down every single nomination and do all that stuff over there. So check those out. And check out X-Men 97. Episodes out every week, right?
That's right. We're getting right 3 episodes left. It's our 3-part season finale.
God, that's crazy.
It's
I might
gonna
have
be
to watch
huge.
it.
Yep.
And also on May the 4th be with you. Coming out is New Tales of the Empire, 6 new episodes. Mini episodes of that coming out next on the 4th. I have to mention that also on the 4th. That's happening. I'm
Look at
excited.
that. May the fourth be with you, James.
May the 4th be with you too. I'll see you on the 5th. Everybody. Oh, that's right. I think you were saying that, David. Everybody wants to know, Frank. Where are
Oh,
your emails? A month later. I almost forgot. Thank you for saying that. Jeannie, happy birthday to you on the 9th. You'll be 62. I love it.
here we go.
281. You have gone up. 281, 828. 281, 828 is email count. That's when you're like 250 something. That's crazy. In a month, you've got like 30,000 more.
Just
You could be a winner of something. You could be famous or rich.
no, no,
He's like,
uh,
nope. He's like, nope. He's like,
nope,
nope.
nope. I got
All those emails, you don't know you can be rich or anything. You don't know you can be rich.
that's true. There you go. I got I just got one from Williams Sonoma, so about the best cookware deals. So clearly people trying to get in touch with me.
Still open. Okay, Jeffrey Aniston. Yes, I have an interview that I did with Eric Braeden that I found on someone else's channel. So I brought it on to my channel stuff. But I'm interviewing Eric Braeden again this Wednesday. For
Woo!
yes, and don't sleep on X-Men, James. I might check it out. See what's going on, folks. They all spam, most of them probably. We love you guys.